Gotcha. Okay, we're going live right now.
Mm-hmm.
How do people talk to us?
I don't know.
Hi, people. Try to talk to us.
Gotcha. Okay, we're going live right now.
Mm-hmm.
How do people talk to us?
Okay, we're live.
Well, I heard myself.
Yeah, because I was in there. I think I don't have to let people in. Comments.
I don't know. Where are they going? Are they coming here?
So I follow us too. So I'm gonna go to my YouTube to see if I can comment.
Oh, I'm
Live
gonna go to
chat.
my YouTubes.
Live chat should be available.
Let's see.
If anyone is out there, send a comment.
Subscribers mode only. Messages that appear here. I don't know what that means. Turned on. Only channel subscribers of 5 minutes or longer can send messages. Okay. How many people are here?
0.
That's great. I love it.
I'm just guessing. Maybe someone's out there.
No, because it's me. The one person is me.
2 watching, it said. Now.
Well,
here, I gotta mute it. Otherwise, I'm gonna just.
Oh, Stephen Shelton. There we go. We got someone. Hi, Stephen Shelton. How are you, buddy?
Steven. Okay, so we have to read the comments there.
Yes.
To talk to them here.
No, it popped up in the.
Oh, it's in our chat?
Yes, see, Stephen Shelton says, hi, I'm here.
Oh, it is. That's amazing.
Isn't it? And I didn't even have to ask Sarah how to do this.
What?
I know. I'm very proud of myself.
That's impressive.
Hello, McFly.
Right, I'm cutting that off so I don't watch myself because that's just
horrific.
Nothing good can come of that. Nothing good.
I don't know how to turn on. Click on a comment to show it on the screen. Oh, that's so cool. Figured it out.
You did it.
I did. I'm learning more every day.
Every day.
I was watching.
Oh,
what? God bless you.
Thank you. I bumped my plate. See, it's my dinner time, so I have dinner.
Oh, what are you eating?
Some pasta.
I don't know what that is.
Pasta? Some pasta.
Oh, you just said it with a funny accent.
Pasta.
Pasta. What kind of pasta? Is it the fancy Italian pasta? Have you had that yet?
I have had the fancy Italian pasta. It was fantastic.
Yes. See?
It was really good. So I made it with a little pasta primavera. So a bunch of veggies in it, which is what my jam is. And so it was really good.
Nice.
So thank you very, very much.
You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. How long ago did?
It was a while. I took a picture of it and I was going to send it in the group chat and then I forgot.
That was 8 years ago and you never sent it?
It really was. I could go through my pics here and see if I can find it.
Yeah. Oh, we got 2 people watching. That's cool. It says how many people are watching.
It's probably our peeps from last time.
Probably. You know what's funny? I found the link on the podcast comment. I didn't get an email with it, just saying, oh, what the fuck? Oh, I'm probably not allowed to swear. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm figuring it out. Oh, I can do it on Twitter?
Twitter? Tweet. You can tweet the link.
Yeah, I can tweet the link. If no one shows up, cool. We'll just hang out.
There's not no one. We have 2.
Oh, well, yeah, 2 people that are amazing. They're rock stars. Team Tobias.
Whoop, whoop. Still looking for that pasta picture.
I'll be so mad if you didn't get the pasta picture.
I got it. I know that I took it. It's been a while. There's a lot of pictures in here. Yeah. My kid probably takes at least 27 pictures a day at school. And since we share an Apple ID, they're all in my phone.
Is this the tweet you sent an hour ago? I can boost it if you want.
Yes, boost it.
Can you see?
Oh, that does look good. That looks like a professional picture.
Thank you. See, I took it just for you.
Good.
Got all,
Please
it's got
send
all
it
those
to me.
veggies in there. Oh, you might. Okay, I'll just text it to you.
Good.
I should
Okay.
have just done that to begin with.
I know, right?
I don't know why I didn't do that. So
Hey,
there you go.
it's Thursday night, so we could.
Hey, I'll likely have no questions, but I like hearing all the
Well, how
answers.
can we have
Jules.
answers without
Hi, Jules.
questions?
We
need.
can make up our own questions.
Okay.
Yeah, we can make up our own questions. So this is actually interesting. I'll bring it up to the team because I don't care. I'm the boss. I get to do what I want. I've been building a client portal, and I'm trying to figure out what should go in there to help clients or potential clients watching.
We should ask them because you know my feelings.
Oh yeah, you were the one who was like, "We don't need it," and I was like, "I know we don't need it, but
I don't think we need it. I don't know. I mean, like I already do this for my clients, Lane. So like,
do you?
I give them everything they need.
What do you give them? Do you give them like forms?
No, but I mean, I am literally available to them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if they have any questions, they just text me and then I answer them.
Do they feel comfortable texting you? Because some people are like, "Oh, I didn't want to bother you." I'm like, I want you to bother me. See, Jules said one thing is common facts about publishing. I didn't even think of facts because we included like publishing terms and what happens when you get a film agent or a film deal. You're not a brother. Oh, you're not a bother. It's my job. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, true. No, I was talking to someone today, actually about representation, and one question that came up is, what do publishers and agents expect us to do in terms of marketing books? And one thing we had talked about was just things like social media best practices, and regardless of whether that moves the needle a lot in a particular case, but just sort of knowing what to do and what not to do online.
So I'm super duper smart and went to the AAR, now the AALA site, and they have like when you sign in for our membership, they have a list of all the alerts, and I stole their marketing thing that it's for agents, but it's supposed to be for authors. So I think we're literally supposed to steal it and give it to our authors. And
you procured it.
Yes, I procured it.
Procured it.
So I posted. I have to post that. And yeah, like there's a lot of contract Bibles. I don't think we should put because I don't want. I think people will get too scared, and
And that's not one size fits for all as well.
No.
It's very hard to generalize about
all contracts are different.
Yeah.
Like Amazon's contract is much different than other publishers because it's, geared towards Amazon and digital only. I think they do print on demand now that I think about it.
I think they do too. I think they actually do print runs for some of their authors because you can find them in bookstores and you can find them at like airport bookstores. And
oh, that's right. Because I know for Cynthia Paleo, they did big print run, but they I saw bookstores had bought some like indie bookstores, and I didn't think like one bookstore bought 60 copies, which is huge because Barnes and Noble only stocks like 2 at a time. Ooh, here's maybe things like what to expect if an offer comes in, like the other editors get a chance to also offer to start an auction similar. That's actually a very good idea because whenever I get offers, people always ask, what now?
I mean, but that's the thing. I think that's a conversation that you should have with each individual client. Like I think because if there's so many different circumstances around that, generally speaking, the answer is yes, but depending on how it was submitted and why and how and what and where and I just
That's
And
true.
the other thing is too, and I'm just, as people may or may not know, I am the lawyer on the panel. We are fiduciaries and we represent, the client is the principal. So if you're in a situation where an offer has come in or multiple offers are contemplated, we can advise. But if, for example, the author really likes an editor, but the financial terms aren't as good and the author really wants to work with that editor, we can't say you have to take this other offer because it's more money. Like, we can give you, so every situation is going to be different. And yeah, generally auctions are great and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, we give you all the information you can, but you're in the driver's seat as the author.
I think Jules meant a preempt, which is very different. Basically, a publisher throws enough money on you to take it off the table right then and there.
Yeah.
And preempts are great, but I always struggle, I don't know if you do, about what that number is, because you don't want to scare people off. Sometimes you do. I know Natasha's number is 100,000.
And you just told everyone.
That's okay. Well, there's no editors watching. What are?
But people will tell them, "Oh no, I'm doing conspiracy theories now." Done.
Yeah, see, the lizard overlord. That's why you're the lizard overlord. Sorry, I'm not being clear. Stuff. I was talking auction. My preempt was in response to the comment. Oh, Jules is talking auction. Yeah, those are super confusing because you can either do round table. No, it's round robin. I just said round table, round robin, or best offer. And I personally hate doing round robin because it's so much more work. I like doing best offer, or literally just being like, "Hey, this person gave us this. Are you going to beat that?" And then people are like, "Oh, I'll beat that." Then I'm like, "Hey, this person gave us this much," and I up it. Whatever.
I'm not going to tell all my secrets.
I am the lizard overlord. That's my secret.
You think you
As we all know, money isn't everything in an offer. That's very true. Yes. Money isn't everything in an offer, and we've taken smaller advanced deals for a better deal, if that makes sense. Oh, hello. I had to wait a while after subscribing before I was allowed to comment. I saw this posted in a Discord, but is it only for Tobias clients? No, everyone can join. This is for everyone. I shared it because you should ask them questions. Yes, please ask us questions. Otherwise, we're going to end up chattering, and I'm going to reveal all my secrets.
Yeah.
I made that up.
But if it's not, is it not clear? Because I can tweet that it's not just for clients, but I guess
tweet it.
All right.
Go, Jackie.
I'll retweet whatever you tweet. So tell me when you tweet it, and I'll
Same here.
Let me
tweet to your lizard underlings.
I'll tweet to the underlings if I can find my original tweet, which I may not be able to now. Oh, here it is.
Just go to your profile and go down, and then
I am, but I can't find what I just posted.
We're live now.
That's
oh, there it is. No. All right, I'm going to the agency profile because that way I will definitely find us.
Yay. I just know that Jules is a client, so I wasn't sure if it...
Oh.
All
right.
Another portal thing for us clients, the ability to update our info. Like if we move... Oh, that's actually a really good idea. Holy smokes.
What?
Jules suggested another portal thing for us clients, the ability to update our info, like if we move or our next of kin changes or other things like that.
We used to have that. We had them fill out a form and it went to our Airtable, and that was wonderful and lovely. But
I hated Airtable. Got rid of it. It was super expensive. It was super expensive, and that form was literally the only reason to use it.
Yeah, that form was great. We could do it in Google Docs, I think.
Yeah.
Can we?
I think so. It might be clunky though. It's not gonna be as pretty and organized though.
I don't care about that. I just care that I can.
You kind of have to like go through them all. So maybe we should think about that. That's probably not the best way to do it
Well,
because there's a
we
lot.
did that at my agency at Ravenquill. We did it in Google Docs, and we just had a page for each individual agent where they kept their list of clients, and we just kept that updated. And that's pretty easy.
Stephen Shelton has a question.
Mhm.
Narrative nonfiction includes memoir, but would it be appropriate to pitch a novel-like memoir to people who say they only take narrative nonfiction? I think so. I mean, I think a lot of memoirs read like novels.
Yeah, I mean, what is a novel-like memoir? Do you mean you're fictionalizing the characters? I mean,
No, I think he means it reads like a novel.
Story. Yeah.
But most memoir does read like a novel, doesn't it?
This is your
Not really. I mean, I always go back to Anna Kendrick's memoir, and I can use it for an example for everything.
Yes.
But I mean, it wasn't a novel. It was just like her riffing about her life. And
yeah, but that's celebrity memoir, which is different.
Yeah, see, no, it reads like a story with no retrospection.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm following. Yeah. No, I always put celebrity memoir in another box where there's just a chapter that riffs on this and a chapter that riffs on that, because to me, creative nonfiction memoir, narrative nonfiction memoir is very much like a novel.
Yeah.
So would you pitch it to editors who say they only take... How many editors really would only take fiction if it wasn't genre? Like a literary fiction editor, most literary fiction editors would consider a narrative nonfiction, wouldn't they? Or am I...
Yeah. Well, I think literary fiction editors are very... I've yet to crack that nut, I think, because literary is such a personal thing. I think like what I consider literary, someone else won't.
Yep.
Which is like some authors out there, some writing books that are, literary. I'm like, this book is about nothing. It's literally watching my life, like, daily life.
Yeah, but if you think about, say, Educated by Tara Westover, that's a really good example of, it's a narrative nonfiction. It reads pretty much like a novel. And I can't think off the top of my head who published it.
I can look. I see that used as a comp a lot.
Which one are we talking about? Sorry, I was retweeting stuff.
Educated by Tara Strong.
Oh, that was a big one. Yeah.
Survivalist Mormons. Random House. Yeah, Random House does a lot of serious stuff, and it's the imprints. They keep changing and moving places. It's wild out there.
Yeah, I do think oftentimes those stories are hard to pitch. I mean, I think, the memoir in inverted commas that I've had more luck with recently has been more of the sort of the braided narratives with, different, the author's life tying together with different threads, and that gives you more of a hook. And we are all excited about Anne's book, and
yes,
everyone should go and watch the little, would you call it a trailer or cover reveal trailer? Because it's really hilarious and fun.
It is.
And what's the pub date? I know you're eating, so you can't talk. Just hold up a number of fingers for the day and then the month.
It's September 17th.
September 17th. Okay, see, I should know that.
So thank you. I had fun making it. It only took me a couple hours to make 10 seconds of video. So,
Did it really?
It took a while, yeah. Because I had to record each character, and then I had to make sure it fit inside this certain clip, and then yeah.
See, I would love to be TikTok famous and do all that cool stuff, but it's anything more than 5 minutes. I'm just like, well, why am I doing this? I don't want to do this.
I didn't make it in TikTok. I made it in Snapchat.
Snapchat is still a thing?
Yeah. It is for me. I snap.
I'm so old in the way.
My niece and I have a streak. For anyone who knows what Snapchat is, they'll know what a streak is. And my niece and I have a 2,912 day streak.
Is that where you like Snapchat each other every day or something?
Twice a day, every day, for 2,912 days.
That's like years.
Mm-hmm.
How many years is that?
We're not even in the record yet. We're not even a record holder. So
you
there's people that
serious?
have done it longer. Mm-hmm. But we are,
you-
we're fighting for it. One day we're going to be, we'll be
So,
acknowledged.
so were the characters from, like, one of them wasn't, or were they all?
No, it was just kind of this idea that I had that it was not necessarily characters from the novel, but like because Amanda Dean is bi and she is choosing who her person is, I wanted it to be like an eclectic group of people that were like, oh, they're excited about the cover. So I originally wanted to make like a actual like video of like me being the characters, and I was gonna like do this little skit basically, and so that's how it started. But then I couldn't quite figure it out, so I was just like, I can at least do this for now and like try this, and I still might do it, like make my own trailer, but as me starring all of the characters
That would be
in the
cool.
book.
That would be so
That's
cool.
pretty funny.
So
So I did the math. That's like 7 or 8 years.
it's been a long time.
What do you snap each other? I mean, I'm not. Is it just like random stuff?
Yeah.
I probably can't remember my name for 7 or 8 years.
I mean, she snaps way more than me. So you can like go to someone's profile and see how many times they've snapped, and she has over 900,000 snaps. So like
that's bonkers.
she has me beat. I only have, let's see if it shows me how many I have. I only have 137,000. So I don't really have that many.
What kind of stuff do you snap?
Everything.
What kind of stuff can you snap?
Everything. You can snap everything. Like right now, I can do a filter on all. Here, I'm going to do this. So I'll go here and I'll do this, and then I can give us all a filter. I'll show you it. This is super fun. Here, I'm going to make us all the same.
Oh,
just did it for Jackie, but here, I'll take a picture.
I see.
And I'll turn it around.
Yes.
And then there's Jackie as...
No. I want to be an evil lizard overlord.
Lizard overlord.
I want to be
Someone says,
lizard.
Ellery says, that makes sense. I just have a real soft spot for femme-presenting folks who also have beards, and was hoping that first face might be a person in the book. Maybe it is. You have to read the book.
There is someone very similar in the story. That's all I'll say. But doesn't have red hair. But that's only different.
Interesting.
Okay, here we go. Here we go, Jackie. I got one for you.
Thank you. Oh,
yeah. Oh, that's great. Text that to me. Yes. You have to text that to me.
Now I feel like more myself. Yes.
As you should.
And this is why no one should tune into our live podcast, because we just, by the end of the day, we're ridiculous. We're generally ridiculous.
That's too funny. I better get a text with that picture, Ann.
I'm crying right now. I just save it.
Oh, there's the pasta.
And then you have to go to the website and change my headshot.
Oh my God. Don't say it, because I will. I totally will.
Don't care. I just... Look, I'll embrace the evil lizard overlordness of it.
Even Spielberg will be looking at our site, go to the team, and be like, "Who's this?
What's this?"
I'm feeling very Jurassic Parky today.
I love it. Oh man, that's too funny. Okay. Any questions? Otherwise, we're gonna start rambling.
If we haven't already been,
as opposed to what we've been doing for the last 20 minutes.
I thought people were asking about lizard overlords.
All right. Well,
by the way, The Good Place is one of the best shows ever. Yes, it is, Stephen. Thank you. Thank you. Vindication. Yes,
No.
it is one of the best shows ever.
I
100%
remember
agree.
reading somewhere that the good place was really the bad place, and then they actually really get to the good place.
I can't tell you this, Lane. You're gonna
I'm
have
not going
to
to
watch
watch it.
You will. You're missing
I'm
out.
not.
And I know you're just being stubborn now, but you are. It is
No,
honestly,
I really just don't have
your
any interest.
loss not to see it.
I do not like things where it's like everyone's already dead, because then where's the stake? She's dead. Who cares?
There's stakes. You have to trust me on this one. There
She's
are
dead.
stakes.
You know,
What, going from the good place to the bad place?
There are people asking actual questions.
Steven
Right.
says I'm being a putz. That's funny.
And there's actually a question about Jack of Hearts, which I don't think I've read. Have I read that? Now I need to look it up.
Yeah, no,
no.
same thing.
But I do think YA is getting more risque, and I think there's a lot of discourse, because I think, aren't people complaining that adults are trying to make it more adult for them as opposed to targeted to YA, the actual YA readers?
Correct. You're correct.
Which I get, because, adults want to read adult stuff, but they also, I don't know. I don't represent YA per se, so.
I think that's been the case for a while, though. Like, that's not even a recent thing, because even pre-pandemic, the statistics suggested that, middle-aged white ladies were reading most of the YA books. And, they certainly were during the pandemic when everyone was reading more. So
they're very accessible, right?
They're
accessible, and they're easy to read. And I don't mean easy to read in the sense that they are like simple. I just mean that they're easy to read because they're just like, they're so easy to like want to connect with these characters and like go on these journeys. And like, it's like this time when anything was possible in life. Like you're still young, right? And so that's what I mean by an easy read. It's just.
I think next time I have to cut out the 5-minute wait, because people are waiting to get in, and then I would do it now, except I don't know how. I have a question. If you withdraw a query before an agent responds, can you query them with the same project again later, or once you've sent the query? Is that your one shot? Good question. I think it really matters on the person, and it's probably fine. I'm just the one who will be like, scoff that you withdrew it and sent it back.
I don't have a problem with it. I think if you withdraw it because it's been a while, because people in my inbox have been there for a good hot minute right now. So if you take it out, I totally respect that. And I also am happy seeing the new stuff once you requery. So, and if I've passed on it, I actually don't have a problem with the requery if you tell me in your query letter how it's changed since the last time you've queried me. So
yes.
Yeah, actually, that's a big one, because I do have people requerying the same project that they didn't withdraw that I've passed on. And people often, I can't tell if they've requeried me by mistake or if they've actually changed something, because if you don't tell us, we're going by the query letter, and it might just look like, oh, you're just submitting the same thing again, and I've already passed on it. And I get it, because there's a lot of agents that you're submitting to, but it would just be helpful to know that.
True. And I think Query Manager, honestly, it tracks some information that may not necessarily, I don't think, is valuable. Like I'll see if another agent passed on a project
within our agency.
Yeah, within our agency. Clear. And I think, I kind of get why it's there, because some agencies are, if one passes, everyone passes. But I don't care if like Jackie passes on a project and then it comes to me and I love it and want to represent it. Jackie actually sent me something today that I think I absolutely love. Maybe not, because I might be mixing stuff up. Could very easily be true.
Yeah, no, we do. We pass stuff around. I think the other thing, though, that I've seen a couple of times, and again, I think people don't always realize that they query two agents at the same agency, not realizing that they're at the same agency. And so I might say, hey, Sarah and I both have the same query. Sarah, why don't you look at it first? And then if you pass, send it my way or whatever.
And didn't you just offer on something that I passed a query on to you,
Yeah.
Jackie?
Yes, that was an interesting one because she queried me and then withdrew from me to query you, and then you passed it back to me. So we do that.
How often do you all pass queries amongst you? All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
In Query Tracker, we can see where an agent is in responding to queries. I found that quite valuable. I don't know if is that true? Because Query Track.
Yeah,
It
kind of shows you. It's like a bar system.
So it literally shows you when we've passed on projects, or
it doesn't show like a date, but it shows like a mark that it's
interesting.
done. So I don't know if it's a date, but I do know that it will show you when it's been passed upon or made a decision on. It'll be like a red circle if it's a pass or a green circle if it's a yes.
Now I feel
and it shows the date. So there you go. So I didn't know if it showed the date. I've only seen it from a friend who has it, but that's it.
I feel a lot worse now that I don't respond to some queries.
Yeah, so you should actually feel terrible.
I do. There's queries probably from 2 years ago, and I'm like, oh, let me look at this.
I have some from last year still in there, and it's.
Anne, any idea when you might be opening up the queries again?
This summer, I'm hoping. Maybe sooner if I can get in there. So I think I have 200 that I have to get through. I really want to give everyone in my box an answer before I open again. I think that is really what I want to do. So, yeah.
Ellery, that's funny. Yeah, we know everything. I was just gonna say because you're 200. I was talk about 2,000. Denai and I have to. I feel horrible. So when people ask about querying, oh, can I query you? I'm like,
well, that's because I don't let them sit in there for 2 years. That's why.
I Lane hops around queries like little bunny foo-foo. Yeah, I'm awful with queries. And I got in trouble on Twitter a while ago because I said, oh, I'm awful at queries and, I want to be better and I'm so sorry. And
someone got angry with you.
Someone got very angry with me and said I was on an ego trip and how horrible it was. I didn't care about queries. And I was like, I thought I said the opposite. But you never know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing, because I think, everyone here understands this, but, Anne just said this too, we have to prioritize our clients. When we are in the query box, we want to give all the queries due consideration, which is why people are either slow or they close. I mean, I'm open now, but I usually close towards the end of the year to catch up. I always have a time, because it doesn't do you any good for us to be constantly open, because then we just end up on, passing on lots of stuff because we just know we don't have time to get through it and we want to get back to you. So I get how frustrated people are by agents who are either slow or people who are close to queries, but it is in everyone's interests that not every agent is open all the time, because we would die unless we could clone ourselves, which the evil overlords are working on. That's a spoiler, and I will get back to everyone, but we will all look like lizards.
Good.
Excellent.
And I'll admit there are a number of authors that I kick myself for not having the time to represent, because now they're huge. The person who started Romantasy wanted me to represent them, and I was like, oh, I don't have the time for this. And I could be a billionaire,
I had to pass on someone who's done extremely well in the kidlit space, and I knew they would, and I just knew, I knew I wasn't the best agent for the first project, and B, I was just slammed at the time, and I just didn't have the bandwidth.
Jules says, if an agent says if you don't hear within X weeks, it's a pass. So for those queries, I never pulled them when I got offer of pub. Then I got passes after pub. Yeah, I'm the. Should I have withdrawn all queries even for the agents that said X time? I would have withdrawn, but I'm also the dingbat that would be like, oh, hey, can I read this? And you're like, yeah, it's on bookshelves. And I'll be like, oh, well, well, I'm a little late. That's
there's Susan. Susan's on here now.
Yay, Susan. I see trends with agents on Query Tracker. Some people reject certain genres automatically while skipping over others. Yep. We all have our little foibles.
Well, there's a reason why some people might do that is if they're full in a specific topic at the moment and they just can't take anyone else on. So like they have already, several projects going out, or they know they're going out in that age group category. And so it's better just to kind of say, okay, I can't take any more on right now. And then,
yeah.
So that would
Jules says, Lane taking years reminded me of that because it was years after I queried. Then no one's the wiser. I mean, it's been like 10 years. And that's, whatevs. But I tell everyone this story. Johnny Compton, I found him in the slush pile, and I almost didn't even. I just happened to I haven't gone through the query inbox. I have to go through it. Let me go through it. And I found Johnny Compton. So that's why I always I have to always keep an eye on the query inbox because I could find another Johnny Compton.
Yeah, I found some great people. Much as I love referrals, I found some really good people just in Query Manager.
How much do you all factor in future projects to do your decision to offer rep? Like if you like their current project book, but this is actually a good question because in the offer phone call, I always ask, what else are you working on? And it's different for fiction versus nonfiction. For fiction, I always want you to have something in the works because if an editor passes, they may say, send me his next thing. What else is he working on? And I'm using he just out of
sexism. It's okay. We understand.
I have man blinders. I know I have man blinders. Anne is helping me through it.
I'm working on him. Don't worry.
But yes. And for nonfiction, I mean, some nonfiction folks just have one book in them and then they're done. I've had clients do one book and they're done. Use they. Yes, I have to use they. Thank you. If you pass because you don't think you can champion the book, that's good for the writer. The last thing you want is an agent who's going to do a subpar job. Yeah, absolutely true. Because I will say, it really takes an agent to champion your book. I've had clients who I'm like, this book isn't for me. I don't think it's going to work. I can't do this one. And then they go off to another agent and sell it for $700 million. And I'm like, oh, well, I feel stupid, but not really, because I probably couldn't have gotten that deal because my passion or heart wasn't in it. And I mean, it is about money, but you have to be able to, in some sense, believe in the book to, like with Johnny Compton's The Spite House, I emailed editors and was like, this is going to be a huge book. You're going to pay me 6 figures. And that's that. And that's what happened.
And actually, when I'm reading a full, my brain is also thinking to myself, how am I going to write the pitch? And if I can't figure out what those words, because I love writing pitches, I just love doing that. And if my brain can't figure out what the pitch is going to look like, that just means I don't know how to sell it. And it's subjective. And I can't explain why. I just know that I can't write that pitch. It's not a criticism of the writing at all. So when I pass on a full, I usually say something like that in the past. I usually say, I just can't quite manage it, but I think another agent will pick it up. It's just not me. There's a question there.
Yes. I thought Ann was going to say
Oh,
something.
did you want me to say something?
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't want to, follow your heart. Follow your heart.
You covered it, I think.
Do
I
messages
actually forgot
that
what the question was because I read the next one. So I already...
You do the next one.
Yes, you do the next one.
Okay, so do you do messages that the writer has gotten an offer of rep appear in a way that you'll notice? We actually,
Yes.
we get an email. It gets sent to us directly in an email, and it says, so so they'll come into our inbox. It's not like because normally we have to go into Query Manager to see things, but those offers of rep will come right to us.
Ooh, Ellery, that's fantastic because I get that a lot. It used to be, and I'm going off rip here, editors said you have to be in one genre, stay in that genre until you exceed, and then move on. Now, people, it's a free-for-all. They like genre bending. You can be in multiple genres. When I offer rep to some clients and they say, hey, you signed me for this horror, but I have this romance. And we make it work. I literally have a horror writer who is publishing a romance under a different name at basically the same time as their horror book. So
and another agent here at Tobias is helping them or helped them with that. So yeah, so I wouldn't worry too much if the specific agent that you have isn't necessarily repping all the topics that you are wanting to write, because sometimes they'll either get someone in-house that will help you, or sometimes they'll educate themselves in order to help you in the future. So like I had a client, Renee, and I signed her for a historical mystery, and I still think that book is fabulous, by the way. But we went out on sub. It languished. It didn't really hit anywhere. But she came to me. She's like, I want to write a nonfiction. And I said, I wasn't open to nonfiction, but I was like, sure, let's do this. So while she was there writing the book, I was doing the research, and then, we made it happen for her. So this is her book. And so She Who Wins is what it's called. And so I was able to get it to a place where I felt comfortable pitching it and getting her a deal. So
yay.
Yeah. Yay.
How awesome. Yeah. I think we're not to toot our own horns, but a lot of agencies are in competition with each other, meaning agents there are in competition. And that's not how we operate. We're very much shine theory. I don't shine if you don't shine. Mainly because I think it's the right way to work. And plus, I just want everyone to be happy. The happier, the merrier.
And there's no one in the agency who you couldn't say, hey, can you help me with this? Like I've talked to clients with Lane a bunch of times. I know Anne has as well. Anne's helped me on stuff.
Anne's helped me with stuff.
Yeah.
No. Love that shine theory. Would agree. I'm not going to take credit. That's Natasha Morris. She's the one who, and I was like, oh, that's great. Shine theory.
She may also be one of the evil lizard overlords. We haven't, checked in on that. And she's not here, so I can say that.
I don't think everyone knows what that story is. And so
that's why I'm enjoying it, because no one knows what it is. And I'm just like, you have to go and watch all of our podcasts.
If you don't know it, you have to go back and watch YouTube videos, because our YouTube videos are much funnier, because I like to commentate during the editing process. Whereas
then this week, I was watching it with my husband to see what you would do, because I'm like, going to do something. And I said something about conspiracy theories, and you said, she means Lane. And I'm like, see?
Yup. See? I get creative when I'm editing. I'm just like, ooh, that'll be funny.
Yeah, so you have to watch them, and then you'll know what we're talking about. Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot easier to listen to the podcast, but it's much funnier to watch the videos. Anne, are you still eating?
Yeah, I'm doing it very slowly, so it's not like
That's why I saw your mouth.
Yeah.
I was like, what
As
are
long
you
as you don't
having?
hear me chewing, I think it's good. So.
I was about to ask, what are you having for dinner? But I already asked, and you said pasta.
Mhm.
And then we had a whole big conversation about the pasta I got you, and then you sent me the picture. See, I remember.
You're doing great.
I know, right?
All
So
right.
tomorrow's Friday. I'm thankful tomorrow is Friday because every day this week I thought it was Friday and then was horrified to realize it wasn't.
Well, tomorrow's Good Friday, isn't it? That's why we're doing
Yes.
this tonight. So, like,
Oh,
know that.
my nephew has tomorrow off, and I said, "Oh, that's interesting." And my sister's like, no, maybe it was my mother. My mother was like, "Oh yeah, it's Good Friday." I was like, growing up, I never had Good Friday off. I don't think. I don't remember being a kid. I don't.
We did. I can't remember.
I don't remember
In a
being
long
a kid.
I don't remember. It just popped into my head.
Is that in Canada, Jules?
Ooh, that's what I was going to ask. Here we
Yeah,
go. If you have a low fantasy with a first-person POV protagonist who's 15, and it includes adult content, LGBTQ sexual situations, would be better to pitch it as YA or adult. I don't know if I would consider LGBTQ sexual situations adult.
I think it just depends. Like, yeah, what is the context?
Hmm.
They always made Good Friday a teacher workday. Oh, maybe that's what it was.
I think that's what it is for my kids tomorrow. Yep.
Ellery for the win. Maybe that's what it was, and that's why I never thought it was up for Good Friday.
Oh no, no, my kid. It's staff and staff and student holiday for my kids tomorrow. I have a calendar right here. I know you guys can't see it, but it's right there.
I think, to Steve's point, you can have adult books with YA characters. Like, look at it. That's a super duper adult book. So adult that there's large swaths of it I pass over. I'm like, I'm not reading this.
Like the ending? Yeah.
Yeah, the sewer scene. I'm just like, no, thank you.
I have lots of feelings. Lots.
I can't believe you read it. That's interesting.
No, but I know that. I know things, Lane.
You're making it seem like there's some lizard overlord conspiracy about that book.
Lizard overlord conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy. I know exactly what that book does. Gross. It's gross.
15-year-old has to be a hustler to survive on the streets.
Oh yeah, that's a more of an adult topic for sure.
I was just gonna say, I'm gonna leave that to Anne. I'm not commenting because I don't know. I just know YA horror and thriller. That's it.
Yeah, it would. That I don't think that is. Yeah, I would say adult.
More people are showing up. That's cool.
Yay!
Yay! That's why I asked. I appreciate it. Of course, this is what we're here for. Back to it. You made such a big deal out of it. Did you see the movies?
Big deal to be made about that scene at the end of Book Lane.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Made about that.
I agree, but it felt like you knew some dark, deep secret that I was like, ooh, there's gossip.
Not a dark, deep secret. It's just disgusting. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Disgusting. And it's disgusting that it got published, and it's disgusting that they should just edit it now.
I don't think it's good. A lot of early Stephen King books, I don't think would be published now.
Yeah.
Lane, they want to see your shirt.
Speaking of lizard, I can't see all your shirt. Oh yes, my let me put down. I have pajama pants on. See? I'm not gonna lie, I got pajama pants on. Are you kidding me?
DJ.
Yeah.
Oh,
he is. Yeah, I love it. I saw the DJ.
He's records, which is actually what this bookshelf is full of.
Oh, cool.
This shelf actually is full. These are all records behind the books.
Are you into records?
My partner does.
Records. Oh, okay. So the T-Rex shirts, I kept trying to find one that said "I am a T-Rex," but they all said I am invincible. And I was
Hmm.
like, I don't get it. So I was like, I have to get my own design.
You can do that.
I know, I'm gonna.
Okay.
It's even more fun than I expected. Oh, thank you. Good. I'm glad. Someone, I forgot who it was, saw me in the shirt and they're like, what are you wearing? It's like, gee, sorry.
Clothes?
It's like I did not know T-Rexes were off limits.
I mean, if it was a
Chicken.
velociraptor, that would be different. But it's a T-Rex.
I mean,
Oh, who doesn't love T-Rexes? I read a great book, The Last Day of the Dinosaurs, and it was so sad. It was a nonfiction about like the day the asteroid hit, and you get just by, you know, all these little dinosaurs running around doing stuff, you get attached to them, and I was like crying all over all these like dumb little dinosaurs that I was like, no, not the Stegosaurus. It's very sad.
very sad.
It's tough querying books that will be banned in all southern states. Yeah, it's about every book.
Yeah.
South does not like books, which is ironic because Texas, the Southwest, is where the most book readers are.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're trying to ban books left and right, which annoys me because, I mean, they always give, you know, religious or those kind of reasons, or at least with religious connotations. And we have separation of church and state, but no one seems to care anymore. Only they're still selling Mein Kampf at Barnes and Noble.
Wow.
I mean, The Hate You Give is too risque, but Mein Kampf is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I have lots of feelings about banned books. So
Yeah,
we could probably fill a whole episode with all the feels about banned books.
I think some things are inherently evil, like banning books, burning books, and pickled hot dogs.
Pickled?
Why would you ever pickle a hot dog?
Yeah, why?
No.
That seems silly. I do know that they put hot dogs in jars in Europe because they do. I don't know.
Like to store them?
Yeah, they sell them. That's how they sell them. They're in jars.
Are they in like a brine?
You ask great questions.
Thank you. Do book bans apply to books with a strictly adult audience? Like if I don't want my book in school libraries, do I still have to worry about book bans? I would. I mean, it starts with the library, but I mean, yeah, I think banning books. I mean, the books they're trying to ban, some of them don't even make sense why they're trying to ban them.
Correct.
Like, look at what was it? I can't believe it. Catcher in the Rye. I mean, they tried to ban that because it had like swear words in there.
I mean, also like just the picture book with the penguins that are dads. They want to ban that. It's a picture book with two penguins that are dads that take care of another baby penguin. Like, and they don't want people to read. Why? Your children are not going to become gay penguins. It's going to be okay. Like,
even if they did, that would be okay.
But that would be okay too. But that's not how reading works. Like, that's just not how it works. So, just don't understand.
Okay,
but yes, everyone has to be concerned about book banning because it just starts in one place and then it spreads like fire. So,
and to Jules's point, we don't have to assign The Handmaid's Tale for grade 10 and 11 because we just live it in the United States. It's just life.
Your kids are not going to be gay penguins. I live in a state where they're firing librarians who are stalking the banned books. I apologize, and that is awful. One of our agents is a librarian, or maybe a librarian, maybe not. I don't know.
They are a librarian.
Works in a library.
For sure they do that. So is that, I'm gonna guess it's Florida, but
yeah, basically.
Well, there are firing all of the librarians in a specific school district here in Texas as
Mm.
well.
Are they?
They're getting rid of librarians and counselors, and they're trying to bring in like religious folk to be counselors
At the library?
at the school. Yeah, but they're getting rid of the librarians completely.
Sorry, that's hilarious. Get rid of the librarians and bring in religious counselors to handle the books. That's pretty wild. That's funny. Also, I'm prepping for the fact that my current book is already banned in many states before it's published. Is it?
Who? I don't know. What is their book?
It's Jules Sherrod. I am not in Florida, but it is the South. I do not envy. I feel like Umbridge is the new director of libraries in her state, i.e. Harry Potter. Oh, wait, don't get me started on Harry Potter. My mom is part of a Harry Potter Yiddish class where they learn Yiddish by reading Harry Potter in Yiddish.
In Yiddish? That's...
Yep. Yeah. Share. Red was correct. Oh, share red. Oh, okay.
With an E.
Jules, I didn't recognize your name. I recognize your book. Okay, fabulous. Yeah. My bad. I apologize. So I know this book.
And we have to have a talk after this.
I'm so sorry. I'm really bad at names.
So am I. I'm bad at names and faces, so I get it.
I can remember like a book cover, but it's like, who wrote it? I don't know.
You're like, Anne, you wrote it.
Oh, that was mine. Oh.
I mean, I am deeply worried about book bans generally, but I just wasn't sure if book bans would apply to my book personally. It seems everyone talks about book in school. A book ban is probably the best thing to happen to your book because it'll sell like wildfire.
No, that's not always true. It only
you don't think so?
Not in every case. I mean, there's literally hundreds of books on the book banned list, but we only are hearing about like a handful of them.
Yeah.
So
there was a South Park episode where they tried to write the most bannable book. Like it was just all like swears and cuss words and all the gross stuff. And it became a international bestseller and everyone loved it. And it was all just about all like flatulence and gross stuff. And they're like, oh, no, you don't understand. It's about how conservatives are ruining the world. And they're like, no, you dummy. It's about Democrats ruining the world. It just reminds me of book bans.
Well, it's like American fiction where they're trying to write a black book and he writes a black book and makes all of this money.
Yeah. They wanted a black book, not a black book.
Yeah.
You know what's cool about being on my phone watching the live as opposed to the live is that there's like a 2 or 3 minute delay. So I just saw myself on my phone going like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Lizard overlords, always up to something.
Yep.
Thank you all for having this. It's a refreshing change of pace. Oh, good. I'm glad.
And you can see that not all agents are, not all agents aren't ridiculous.
There's a certain someone whose name I won't say because they'll be here stalking me that retweeted one of my things and said, oh, Lane's Mr. Relatable. And I was kind of like,
sarcastically or seriously?
Yeah, sarcastically. Oh. Like his initials are GS or GK. And I was just kind of like, is that? I was just like, so now I always want to call myself Mr. Relatable because I'm just like,
get a t-shirt.
You are. You should have your T-Rex shirt and be like, Mr. Relatable.
I mean, isn't everyone relatable though?
I mean, not the person that retweeted that. No.
Oh no. Well, I mean,
so
no, I assume like 95% of people are relatable.
Probably.
And I just have a relatable accent. So I'm actually not relatable, but people think I am because of my accent, because, Australians are like laid back and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm really very unrelatable.
I still don't know what relatable. I'm like, isn't everyone relatable?
We're just not all related.
No.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, we're not all related, but everyone's relatable. We relate to each other. It's like human connection. He's a lizard overlord.
Possibly.
Okay, we're coming up on an hour. Does that mean we're out?
Yeah, should we let people go and have their dinners or their drinks or whatever?
Yeah, I'm sorry that I did the subscribe for 5-minute thing. I don't know what I did, but I will fix that next time. I'm from Arkansas. I think we're all related there. It's funny.
No.
Well, we're all related technically. We all come from the stars. I'm not going to get into science now.
Yeah, it's probably a really good idea.
Does anybody have any final questions?
Final thoughts?
Final thoughts? Bye, everyone. Great session. No, okay, good. So I'm going to end the stream. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to sign up for our Patreon. You get unedited videos and
our ridiculousness.
Yes. It's funny because we start off, I'm like, Ann, give me a town. And then I'm like, Ann, take us out. I'm like, man, I'm just like watching him like, dude, I'm lazy. I gotta get on the ball.
I have a great list of towns.
Do you really? You put together a list of towns?
Okay, so we could talk about this, but I put an entire list of indie bookstores together.
Oh, cool.
Across the United States.
Excellent.
How many are on the list?
I'm currently 1,024.
On that note, I'm going to go make some popcorn and watch a movie.
Watch Jurassic Park.
Hold on to your butts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks for coming.